Okay. So, reveals have happened, and Kitty is still in denial.
A little bit.
That Ace may not be a goody two-shoes person.
People can change.
He did experiments on Bobbies.
People can change.
Oh,
Shinra's a good guy, and he dissected a woman while she was alive. I mean, she was a Julohan,
Is
so
he
it's okay.
a good guy?
He's a nice guy. He just does shady stuff a lot.
Seven's voice was filled with excitement. Shock and excitement had frozen Junpei in place, along with Snake and Clover.
Let me tell you what happened.
Seven hastily drew a shaking hand across his mouth and began to speak.
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo. From the right, the other three are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of this experiment shit.
Realization began to dawn on Junpei, along with a pressing question. How do you know all of this?
Come on, man, I told you I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it. Seven rubbed the back of his, rubbed the scar on his chin.
You really wanna know?
Of course.
Me too!
His Snake was the only one who didn't voice any sort of agreement. He looked at Junpei as if he was simply waiting to see where Seven's sudden recovery might take them.
This is gonna be a while. I hope we don't die while I'm telling you this story. Hell, it'll probably take a good 3 days to tell you everything. Well, we don't have 3 days!
Just give us a short version, alright?
Oh, short version. Oh, holy shit.
The big man pulled off his hat and scratched his head. He made a face and put his hat back on.
Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Junpei and Clover nodded earnestly. Seven was a lone wolf detective who valued his own code over the rules, doing what was right over doing what you were told. That was why on that fateful day he had gone with his gut and gone to the wharf at night on a slim lead. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been dark and cold and foreboding. At the time, he had been investigating a spate of kidnappings, all of them children.
Is spate a real word?
Spate? Spate? Spate.
Doesn't sound like a real word.
They all had one thing in common, a history of visits to one particular hospital. The hospital had been under the management of Cradle Pharmaceutical, and Seven's investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little persuasion, he had managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle Pharmaceutical. They had told him that night, a ship was set to take the children from where they were being held to a larger passenger liner docked offshore. Seven had, of course, gone to the wharf. Hidden in the shadows, he had searched the harbor until at last he found the ship he was looking for.
I was like, where are my pictures? There we go.
No
scaries.
There were a number of human shapes moving near the ship. They were men in black suits. Many of them were carrying large bags. The bags... There was something about them, the way they moved as they were carried. Yeah, there could be no mistake. There were human beings in those bags, especially for people who don't remember this backstory.
That's fair.
He had moved before he had even realized what was going on. Out of the shadows he came, his gun already in his hand. He heard the words, "Don't move," but they weren't his. He felt metal touch the back of his head. "Drop your gun," came the cold voice from behind. "I could kill you right now. It would mean nothing at all. I need only tie an anchor to your feet, and I doubt anyone will see you for perhaps a week or so. Is that what you'd like? The fish here would be thankful for the meal. Reach for the sky." With the words, he felt the cold metal thing behind him pressed against his skull. Slowly, Seven crouched down and laid his gun on the ground. Then suddenly, he felt a sharp pain in his neck. A needle. Was it some sort of drug?
Right, not pistol whipped.
Yeah, you know what drug this is.
We've seen this drug before.
As he was thinking about that, Seven felt his face hit the cold concrete beneath him. He could feel the chill seeping into him.
And now he's in nothing. Ugh, damn it. Shit, my head hurts.
Seven woke up to find himself lying on a hard floor. That's a really derpy fucking
I love
slate.
it.
He twisted his neck to peer around the room.
Where am I?
There was a small, shabby bed and a dirty sink. A toilet with no stall or privacy of any sort. There's totally a stall right there.
Yeah.
As a cop, it was a place Seven had seen all too often.
I mean a cell, huh?
Opposite to the toilet was a door set into the wall. Seven struggled to his feet and hobbled towards it. He gave the door a good shove, then another, then tried pulling it. It didn't open. Well, that was about what he had come to expect. It wasn't likely that someone would put him in a cell only to leave it unlocked.
But you never know.
He threw himself against the door a few times, but to no avail.
I knew it.
Seven grumbled to himself as he moved back towards the bed. He sat down. He sat there for a very long time. Just how long, he wasn't sure. At last he began to nod off, and had nearly fallen asleep when he was roused by a distant voice.
There's... It's not.
The voice was far away. Very far away. Seven couldn't understand what it was saying. Nonetheless, it was a voice, and a high one. Most likely a child. His eyes shut open. As he listened, he could pick out several different distinct voices. There were at least 5 or 6, possibly more. Where were the voices coming from? He looked around the room frantically. Perhaps the door?
Nah.
No, that wasn't it. Was it coming from the left? Was it coming from under the bed? He grabbed the bed and flipped it up with ease.
Yeah.
That bed just had its day ruined.
Yep.
There it was. There was a hole for ventilation in the wall where the bed had been, covered with a metal grate. Seven lay down on his stomach and peered through the grate. He couldn't see anything. It was too dark. Now that he had found it, however, there could be no doubt. This was the source of the voices. For a moment, he was confused. Why were there children nearby? Then he remembered what the man from Cradle Pharmaceutical had told him. How a ship would take the kidnapped children from the wharf to a waiting passenger liner out in the ocean. Was Seven on that passenger liner? It didn't matter. What mattered was that he'd find the way to the children.
Children.
Seven looked at the metal grate. Could he fit through that hole? He stuck his fingers through the grate and grabbed hold of it. A+ voice acting.
Oh my god. Yeah, how you like that, you son of a bitch? Yeah. Fuck you, great.
The dark square sat open before him. Seven whipped the sweat from his forehead and crawled inside. This is where the story ended last time. The first section of the dock was small. Seven could do little more than
fucking terrifying.
On his belly. Yep. After a time, however, he got a little larger, and even someone as large as Seven was able to crawl along on his hands and knees. He felt like he had grown from an inchworm to an insect. Not much of an improvement, but it was better than nothing. He had begun to wonder where the duct would take him when... There was a thunderous sound, like a massive metal door slamming shut. Then he heard a voice.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
The voice wasn't harsh, but something about the calm with which it spoke made it even more terrifying.
Yeah, it was definitely very
Also,
calm.
the fact that it sounded a lot like freaking
Elizabeth,
and also that one character from Steven Universe.
Peridot.
Seven wasn't sure what it meant, but incinerator certainly didn't sound good. Then, okay, he would know what an incinerator is because he's from Japan.
Yeah.
Then, almost as if to confirm his suspicions, he heard a chorus of young voices.
No! Help me!
Many of the voices were simply screaming in terror, mixing with one another to create a single horrifying howl.
Damn it!
Shut up!
What the hell is going on in here?
Seven began to crawl along the dock as fast as his arms and legs would carry him. The noise he made was tremendous, but he was long past caring.
It's fucking dark.
A few moments later, a metal door appeared on the left side of the duct. Seven could hear the screams of the children from the other side of it.
Fuck!
This was it. He grabbed hold of the handle and threw the door open. The old metal gave way easily before his onslaught.
What the hell is this place? Oh, this is where it... I remember this. I remember that.
Does this look familiar to you?
Yes, I do.
What is that, Kitty?
That's the fire.
The room he was looking out into had a dome for a ceiling and 9 equally sized walls. At the top of the dome was an upside-down funnel. It looked almost like a chimney. Then he looked down.
Fuck.
There they were. The children he had been looking for. They'd stared up at Seven, their cries silenced, for a moment, by surprise and fear. Whether they were scared of the room or him, Seven could not tell. It was certainly possible that they were frightened of both. That's you.
Not that I can blame them running into a muggle when they're like this when they're already scared fucking shitless.
He permitted himself a short snort of a laugh, then turned to the children again.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys.
Not a single one of them moved.
That's fair.
Except for one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform. I mean, can you make a guess?
Yeah, it's Santa.
Who the fuck are you?
But didn't that...
As he spoke, he took a tentative step forward and gave Seven a suspicious look. What's the problem, Kitty?
But didn't that other girl look like June? There was another girl in the... That's attached.
I mean, that's a point you're making. Go on.
Well, that was my point. Because they can't be together if they're brother and sister.
Is that so? Are you sure about that?
In theory, yes. I am a detective. I'm here to rescue you. Also, Seven, Snake, Santa. Fuck, too many S's. Shouldn't be in a private school uniform because he's poor.
Mm-hmm. The moment the words were out of his mouth, he could see the children relax. Oh. How the fuck are you gonna help us?
Boy, you sure have potty mouth for a small child.
The boy in the uniform asked.
Where's the exit?
Seven responded. Wait. Okay.
I'm assuming it's...
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open. And the door over there. He cut himself off, considered something, and then continued. Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? The voice of the incinerator is gonna start up soon.
Oh, yes, that voice.
Yeah, the temperature's kind of cooling down already. I'm gonna start closing this.
Okay.
Because also there's a lot of swearing coming up. From me. The voice spoke again.
That's Santa. Automatic incineration will take place in 15 minutes.
15 minutes. They only had 15 minutes. Seven looked back down at the children. It was a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. There was no way he could pull the children up. That was when he had an idea.
Wait right here. I'm going to be right back.
What?
Where is he going?
Are you just going to leave us here? Seven did his best to smile. What he felt was a reassuring smile.
Don't worry, I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there, got it?
He didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't any time. He ran as fast as a man could run on his hands and knees. Before long, he was back in his cell.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was back where he had started, but he had a plan. There was something there that he needed. As soon as he was finished, he dove back into the duct and took off towards the incinerator.
I bet he grabbed the blanket. Sorry to keep you waiting, kids.
Leaning out of the door in the duct, Seven lowered the rope he had brought to the floor of the incinerator.
Where did you get rope from? Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's tied around him, too.
Aww.
Back in the cell, he had torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope.
That was quick.
Like Seven himself, it wasn't very attractive, but it got the job done.
Alright, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time. Right!
Oh, that seems you.
Huh? Wait a sec.
That was when he noticed.
There was more you before. Where'd the rest of you go?
The boy in the uniform answered. Oh, I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I fucking said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the number door...
Never mind. This is too complicated. I don't give a shit. Automatic incineration will take place in 5 minutes.
The voice reverberated against the walls of the room.
Look, that can wait, alright? Just... Oh, that's you.
Oh, look, that can wait, alright? Let's just get us the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, right.
7 grabbed hold of the rope. First up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was the girl with the red necktie, followed by a boy in a jacket who said he would climb up on his own. The last up was the boy in the uniform. Like the boy in the jacket, he climbed up the rope himself. He had looked scrawny from above, but his looks belied impressive strength. He scaled the rope quickly, but as he was almost to 7, they heard the sound of someone knocking. All eyes turned to the door. Cut into it was a thick, square window. On the other side, they could see a furious face.
Jesus.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened and a man stepped in, looking half mad with fury. 7 recognized his face. He had seen him many times in photos during his investigation. The man's name was Gentaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical, in his stupid pinstripe suit and fedora. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. He roared like an animal and lunged for the rope.
Hurry!
I know! The boy in the uniform resumed his scramble up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
He was 15 feet away. 10. The moment he came within arm's reach, 7 grabbed the boy in the uniform. With a jerk, he tossed him into the duct behind him.
No!
Hongo had lost any semblance of control. His face no longer looked human. It was twisted into something terrifying, the visage of a devil or a furious monster. Ferocious monster, even. 7 quickly reeled in his rope, leaving a furious Hongo on the floor of the room, and crawled back into the duct.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment?
What experiment?
7 wondered.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Automatic incineration will take place in 1 minute. Hey, old man, what the hell are you doing? Oh, that's probably not me.
Oh. Hey, old man, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up! It was the boy in the uniform. 7 tossed Hongo a taunting salute and pulled himself up.
Yeah, pulled the
There
door
was no
closed.
point to going back to 7's cell, so they continued down the duct in the other directions. And after 30 feet or so, another duct met theirs, heading down. They nodded at one another, then turned and slid down the duct. A short time later, they crawled out of the duct to find themselves in a narrow hallway. There was a door in each side of it. The one on the left was a normal double door, but the one on the right was a familiar thick metal door with black and yellow stripes and a device next to it on the wall. On the door was a plate that read incinerator. Then, oh, that's you.
Then that's where we were?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there though. It looks like it's been shut off though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there?
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, shit.
7 grunted.
Fine, the other door. Go into the other door. Hurry!
The children began to run, with 7 following close behind them. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase.
Run!
7 shouted. They didn't need to be told twice. Up and up and up they went. Their feet pounded against the steps and their arms churned the air. Round and round and round they went like a human tornado. The stairway kept going. They passed a couple of rooms that looked to be dance halls when the boy in the uniform spoke. Something's up! Akane's not catching up to us!
Fuck.
Akane? That was you. It's my kid's sister! The girl with the red necktie!
This is narration.
Akane. That was strange. Seven didn't remember seeing that name in the list of children who had gone missing.
I think that's you.
Hey! Akane! He cupped his hands around his
I
mouth
think
and
that's
yelled.
me. Maybe. Who cares?
There was no response. Maybe we... that's...
Maybe we outrun her.
Suddenly, the boy in the uniform stopped short. Seven stopped too, as did the boy in the jacket and the ponytailed girl.
When did we do that? Oh, maybe that's...
when did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple of big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest on one of them.
No, that's impossible! Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs. He turned to go.
Hey! Kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
The boy didn't even seem to hear him.
Fuck.
Seven spun around and yelled to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it?
The girl nodded and began to run up the stairs. The boy, however...
I am going with you.
God damn it.
Seven didn't have time to argue. Instead, he simply nodded and took off down the stairs.
These children have more bravery than half the people I work with. Jesus Christ.
Oof. The boy in the jacket followed. They ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
The boy in the uniform couldn't hide his frustration. Oh. God damn it! Oh.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Is Yanto trying to escape?
Yes, he is. Let me go let him out.
Let him escape.
He's been here a few hours.
He actually has been for
blessed us.
Yeah, for most of the 999 recording.
There you go, you can go.
What?
Move. What?
Yes, Yanto, you are adorable.
It's okay.
We all love you.
Go. You're just stuck in the doorway now.
I'm just stuck in the doorway with you.
Move.
Yes, Yanto, you're adorable.
No.
We love you.
You're welcome.
Get out.
Go ahead. Go bye-bye.
Yanto, you're interrupting the entire LP once again.
Yanto, interrupt an LP? Never.
He would never, would he?
I don't think he's really left yet.
It's fine. Okay, get comfy again. I've added a little bit of time to the clock because I do want to do this whole flashback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So give me a...
Help! Somebody help me!
It was a girl's voice. Akane! The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway that faced the incinerator. Seven and the boy in the jacket followed. Seven couldn't believe what he saw. Hongo had grabbed Akane by the arm and was doing his utmost to force her into the incinerator.
Woof.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to. Let me go.
She looks so cute with that necktie.
Please let go of me.
Look. She had planted her feet squarely on the floor and was doing her best to get away, but Hongo was much larger than she was. She wasn't going to win. Akane! The boy in the uniform shouted. He roared with anger and charged forward towards Hongo.
You came back.
Ha! You're... Oh, wait. Man?
Oh,
I guess
maybe
it's him
that's...
again?
No, maybe that was Akane.
Oh.
You came back!
Huh, you're too late, idiot.
Hongo lifted Akane bodily from her feet and threw her struggling into the incinerator.
Ah!
Before Seven or the boy in the uniform could react, Hongo leapt through the door after her. They saw him land inside.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still a nice guy, you know? And then the door slammed shut with the finality of a great steel guillotine. The three of them ran into the door. They pulled and strained, trying desperately to get it open.
Oh! Fuck, it's no use. This goddamn thing will move a fucking inch.
The boy in the uniform cried out and began to slam his fists against the door. He hit it with so much force, Seven feared his knuckles would shatter from the impact. Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Help me!
Her voice was muffled by the door, but the sheer terror in it was unmistakable. Oh, I think this is you again? Or what should I do?
Oh, no, it's me. Oh, what should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Warning, warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat, emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
I really like this is like there's even more emotion lines.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that's you.
Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Seven was at a loss.
It's the same damn thing.
Are
you there?
Akane's voice sounded close to tears. Yeah, we're here! Just hang on! Alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you! If she could have seen the bloodless face of the boy in the uniform, his words would have seemed like little more than a sick joke.
Automatic incineration will take place in 17 minutes.
That must get really annoying if it's doing it every 60 seconds.
Please, please help me. I'm really, really scared. I don't want to die. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
It's gonna be alright! I'll figure something out, I promise! I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise! They could hear her muffled sobs from the other side of the door. The boy in the uniform tightened his fists. His knuckles were a bloodless white. Seven could tell that he was holding back tears of his own.
And that's where my story comes to an end. Literally.
It was silent. All they could hear was the creaking of the boat as it shifted in the water. They waited and waited, but Seven did not continue. What happened then? Junpei could not wait any longer. He had to know. Seven looked at the floor.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It does not end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit, if I'd known it was gonna be like that. I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Seven shook his head. But there was something Junpei had to know. Hey, are you... sure?
What do you mean?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but... There's something I don't get.
Yeah?
So if you could just tell me... Did that girl Akane really... Seven stared straight ahead at nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended. And we heard something burning.
Even after the fire stopped, they couldn't move. Seven and the boy in the jacket simply stood where they were, frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed, falling to the ground in a jumble of limbs like a puppet whose strings had been cut. A few more minutes passed. The door opened.
Ah.
The boy in the uniform ran in, stumbling over his own feet.
That's still gonna be hot, even after a few minutes.
Seven and the boy in the jacket followed, still too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made Seven's lungs feel like they were on fire. The air shimmered with heat, and in the middle of the room, beneath the waves of heat, there it lay. The boy in the uniform walked towards it, his legs shaking violently. Seven couldn't see his face, but his body looked somehow empty. Finally, he reached it. The boy collapsed to his knees, his legs no longer able to support him. Ah! Fuck shit, fuck! there's a thing I just want to say right now really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when you connected the dots about Akane and Santa, and you were like, Tumblr has to stop, I started laughing, and I was like, no, hold it back, Max. Hold it back. Hold it back. People who do that ship have not finished the game, clearly.
That's fair.
Also, the wiki is really bad, because if you look up Santa, it literally...
say?
It tells you his name. It tells you that his name's Aoi. It literally, like, it's like Aoi, quotation marks, Santa.
Does it say the last name?
Yeah. I think it says Kurashiki. I may be wrong. But I'm just like, ugh. Never look up anything about these games, ever.
That's fair.
Junpei felt a cold lump form in the pit of his stomach. A feeling of sickening anticipation washed over him. He could feel his body shivering. He desperately did not want to know the answer he feared he knew already. But he had to ask. He had to know for sure. Can I ask you one more thing?
If you fucking must. What?
The girl, Akane, what was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please. Seven looked at Junpei curiously and ran his tongue quickly over his dry lips.
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki. Something inside of Junpei stopped. He had no more words left. He had no more Junpei left. He was just a shell of flesh and bone.
Seven turned to Snake.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, I was. You are correct, detective.
Oh, that's so sweet. Junpei's mind was blank, withdrawn from the world. Somewhere far away he could hear Seven and Snake talking.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Oh, of course not.
Clover, what about you? Hey, come on. You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot, I was in Nevada and building Q. I did hear that the detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Her surprise seemed to be genuine. Seven regarded Clover for a moment and rubbed his chin thoughtfully.
Well, I guess I believe you.
Clover nodded.
All right, let me ask you another question.
He stuck his hands into his pockets and took a few steps. Then he stopped and turned to face them again.
Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki.
There we go.
He's Akane's brother. You know that? No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes, I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa, at least not from the beginning, because I'm kinda blind. And he was a little wee lad back when we first met. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely... that's good writing when you know that, like, they're not gonna stop, like, they don't wait until the plot hole has fully, like, opened
Cemented
up.
in your brain?
Yeah, they just, like, because I can't remember him because he was a freaking boy.
He was a kid, and I was a kid.
His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
A short time ago, Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother? That spark caught flame in Junpei's leaden mind, and the fog began to clear. Like an engine beginning to turn, images and thoughts began to coalesce in his mind, coming faster and faster, forming bigger images, bigger thoughts.
Junpei blinked. He was back. There's still a lot we don't know.
Junpei, are you okay? You, passed out for a second there.
He's just staring into a wall as he entered the velvet room.
His eyes, lean back into his forehead.
Yeah,
and he's
literally what it looks like when freaking Dango is, or Nikki Butts is staring into the velvet room.
Yep.
What's gonna be your canon name for Joker?
Good question.
Right?
We have a long time to get there.
We have a long time to get there.
Yeah, I think he's more directly related to the Butts family, because
Yeah,
apparently you
so?
can bang everybody in that game, except not
Oh,
really,
dang.
but...
You know what? Okay, because we made Dango McGee. Okay, I don't think he's a member of the McGee clan.
Nah.
It's the Butts clan.
Yeah, it's the Butts. Well,
What's
McGee's kind of an only child because his parents are dead.
Yeah. Yo, oof. I mean, it could be cousins or like second cousins or something like that.
I don't know.
I'm thinking, because Nikki is such a good name for a player.
Mm-hmm.
What's another good name for a player? We'll think about it.
Well, we have a long time.
I would like it to start with J, because J Joker. Like I like that sort of symmetry and
just J.
Not assimilation. What's the other that word for when words start with the same letter or syllables?
Yes, it's not assimilation. Excuse me.
But it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's killing me right now. Someone is writing it right now.
Yep. We thank you.
Affiliation, assimilation.
No, it definitely is AAS something.
Oh my God, it's not simile, not metaphor. Those are the writing devices.
It's definitely AS something.
Oh my God. Alliteration.
There we go. It was
alliteration. There you go.
It was an A. I got half of it.
I mean, like a lot. But there's one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of a detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some fucking slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Murders. Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place? If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nagasaki, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the original nonary project.
He did.
Kubota, the person who conducted the original actual experiments.
He did.
Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant.
He did.
Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's what I said, like, I don't know, a while ago.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. In fact, Junpei didn't think. He knew. He couldn't explain why or how, but he had no doubt that Santa had killed no one. Perhaps the madness of the last several hours was finally driving him insane, but Junpei had ceased to be surprised at this sudden knowledge, and he even begun to accept it. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you. Snake, Clover, and Seven all nodded. The next target will be Gantaro Hunger.
The person who planned the nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
There was a moment of silence. And then the room shook.
Explode.
From far away, they heard the sudden rush of water.
Shit. Whoa, what the hell is going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up, everybody.
Shit. Fuck.
Come on! We need to get out of here!
How?
Oh.
In the drawer that had held the picture was a key card.
I thought there was gonna be some meta shit where we slid the picture into the key.
That would be pretty meta, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed it. I'm betting the sucker opens up the exit. Come on! Let's get out of here! I think that's Moon, I think. Oh, you actually get the...
Zero.
Oh, Zero. God damn it. Zero's just screwing with us, isn't he?
Well, we know who.
And also, I'm pretty sure they added the picture too. Wait.
Not there. Picture taken 9 years ago.
There you go. I like that they let you have that.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Alright.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Alright, let's just swipe this card.
Junpei, look! It's unlocked!
Yeah! Now we can go back to the library. Whoa!
Hurry up, Junpei. We don't have time. Let's go.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Alright, let's go. Kitty.
You found it! The last you found it?
This is the last you found it. There's one more puzzle, but it's such a story puzzle that it
That
doesn't
we
have a
didn't
room.
find it.
The room opened and they stumbled into the library.
We went in a fucking circle.
Hey, We'll see you in the next episode. This one already went pretty long.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think we're just gonna do a big final episode, I think.
That's fair, yeah.
In that case, thank you for tagging along. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with us.
A lot of bit of your day with us.
The adventure ends on the next one.
We didn't
Get
make
popcorn.
it to 69. But that's okay.
We get to make it to 64, though. 99964.
Yep, totes.
Hey there. Tag along. It's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be explosive. Get it? Because the bomb just went off and we're all gonna die. It's gonna be great.
Oh, hi, Joan. You're burning up. What's wrong?